Today, we're going camping. Some assembly required. Hello! Over the April vacation, we decided to take sort of a cabin camping trip because being in a tent at night in April is not my idea of a good time. I don't like to freeze. So we went out in nature, we went hiking, we sent boat races down the little stream in the back of the campground. It was really, really nice to be outside and to enjoy nature. It was a little bit buggy, but that's okay. There's always bug spray. So it was really fun. But of course we wanted to incorporate some crafts into our nature activities. But you know, you don't want to bring a whole big supply pack just to go do some crafts while you're camping. It's way more fun to just bring a little bit of stuff, maybe use some of the things that you find when you're there. So let's see what we brought. We brought Swiss Army knives and like a combo tool. This is not quite as nice as the Swiss Army knives that we brought, but this is mine. I've had it forever. We also brought some watercolors, and this is kind of a nice little compact kit, and the brush has water built in, so you could go hiking or something like that and do it out in nature. We ended up doing our watercolors inside when it was pouring rain, so it was nice that we had these. I just brought a big old pack of watercolor, but I cut all the pieces in half, so it was a little bit less intimidating to work with. I am not really a watercolor person. I haven't done very much. I don't believe I've ever been taught how to watercolor. I think that I just sort of do stuff, and it's fine. If you want something to tape your watercolor paper onto, I know some people like those nice clean borders, cardboard. Cardboard works fine. Just stick it into your backpack and you can paint anywhere you want. So that is what we brought, and we had a lot of fun with just that. Now, my favorite project was the wood carving. I started out with the multi-tool that I have. It has been sharpened. The big knife worked fine. The smaller knife just didn't really carve the way I wanted, so I definitely switched to a Swiss Army knife later. That's okay. We can share. Also, my saw doesn't work. I think maybe... Do you think a Swiss Army knife is a weird Mother's Day present? It might be, but I'm a weird mother. So, I remember a book that I had when I was a kid where you find like a Y-shaped piece of stick and cut it off, so it's just a short, fat little Y, and then you can carve it into a bird. Basically, you make one edge of the Y into the tail and one edge into the head. And then you kind of round it a little bit on the bottom, but still leave it flat enough so it can sit. So, I started off with one side, whittling it down. There was going to be the tail, but then I looked on the other side and it was kind of broken and it wasn't really holding any kind of a shape, so I switched the tail onto that side. I changed my idea a little bit, and I carved that one into sort of a shorter, flatter tail, and I left the long, pointy side as like the face and the beak, like a long beak. And then I left a little bit of the underneath bark as the wings. So, you know, not terribly exciting. This is the head and this is the tail. You could also make the tail kind of pointier and curve the head a little bit. It really all depends on your stick. Mine was a little bit mangled, so it was more just the fun of carving it. Not probably going to ever end up with anything amazing. But, that being said, like, that's a cute little bird. It's not 100% finished. I could always play a little more with it. But it is definitely like there's pieces just breaking off it. It's not a perfect specimen of wood. You work with what you got. So that was fun. We also made some pretty gnarly marshmallow sticks. We were sitting around the campfire for a while. It was the least buggy place. Now, I did bring a tripod, and I filmed a little bit of the watercolor process. So we were inside, it was raining, the light is what it is inside a little tiny home without bringing all of my lighting equipment. So, you know, we just sort of hung around and painted maybe some inspired by nature kind of scenes. We just painted what we felt like painting because It was just for fun. We were not expecting to make anything amazing. We just had a good time and practiced a little bit with our watercolors. And they are super portable. We could have done this on any of our hikes, but our hikes were fun in other ways. So it just goes to show you that you don't need to bring a whole lot of crafty stuff on vacation and still have kind of a lot of crafty fun. So that was really fun. We kept it super simple, but we still were able to incorporate some fun crafting into our nature camping experience. So if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like this kind of video and you're not subscribed yet, you can do that right underneath the video and make sure you click the all notifications bell so you don't miss anything. New videos come out on Tuesdays and Saturdays, so stay tuned for whatever comes next. And until the next video, be awesome, and I'll see you then. Bye! I really want a tiny house now.